What is going on today, guys? AU here, and today we are bringing you the semifinals of our NSL Draft League. Now, I did say that this video was going to be going up tomorrow, but I thought we were going to be battling on today, which is Friday that you're seeing it, but we're actually battling on Thursday, so I am going to be able to put this video up on Friday for you guys. And not gonna lie, I'm nervous. It is semifinals, so to me it's kind of like, you know, it's my first draft league. We made it this far, that's good and all, but it's like we're so close, and if we were to lose here, I'd be kind of bummed about it because we were so close. But we're gonna do our best. We're gonna see, we're gonna see exactly what we can do. I will say every practice match I've gone through, I have pretty much, I'm not gonna say swept. Like, there was one time I had like a 6-0, 4-0s, 3-0s. Nothing ever really super duper close, but you never know. He could pull something out that I just am not expecting at all. But I feel like my team is pretty well rounded to deal with kind of anything. But I do want to say, if you are new here, subscribe. And I post Pokemon videos like this every single day. Monday and Tuesday we switch around from singles and doubles content, and then Thursday, Friday now are draft leagues. If I lose this week, then we'll only have draft leagues on Fridays, but as long as I win this week, the next week will be Thursday and Friday, and then after next week, then everything's going to be just Friday until this season starts back up again in June. But you can see my team that I'm bringing down here at the bottom, and you can see his roster on the right-hand side over here. The one thing that I'm scared of is probably like the Conkeldurr the most, maybe. Cinderace is a little annoying. Doublade, Played Right is annoying. I don't have a lot of practice against Rotom Fan, but he didn't bring Fan against me the last time, and when I did have practice against Fan, it didn't really do that much. Rhyperior is a little annoying, but and Gorgeist I'm not really worried about. We'll get to the stuff right here, and basically you can see I'm actually bringing a physical Lapras here. I'm running Expert Belt with D-Dance, Drill Run, Liquidation, Avalanche. I am running Water Absorb just because he did finally he brought Lapras last week with Whirlpool and Parasong, and I really don't want to be caught up in that really. So we are running Water Absorb. It also just lets me D-Dance in the face of his Lapras. Like, he can't really touch me with his Lapras. Now, granted, I can't really touch him with mine, but I do have the option to just Gigantamax and Max Quake him, and I can D-Dance like twice and not have to worry about anything. So that's one thing. I'm running enough speed to where if I do D-Dance once, then we outspeed his Rotom after that. So we won't have to worry about being Thunderbolted or anything there. And then Gigalith here, we have Leftover, Sandstream, Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Explosion, Earthquake. This is kind of like a Rotomancer, a Cinderace switch in. What else does he have? Like Orbeetle, it can deal with Orbeetle. But really, it's just here basically to switch in on the Rotom and the Cinderace, because I can deal with all his other Pokemon pretty well with things like Aegislash. We do have the Explosion just in case I do need to. I mean, I didn't use Explosion actually until the last 2 mocks that I did today. But Explosion really helped versus like things like Goodra and stuff, because Goodra's physical defense is like super low. And if I think he's going to switch out into something that I can Explosion, then I just Explosion. Obviously, if Doublade is still in play, Explosion is usually not a safe play. But Gigalith also is like a kind of not a really good lead in this matchup like you would think it is. But I don't want to set up Stealth Rocks too early where he can just court change it with his Cinderace, so I'm not actually going to be leading Gigalith most of the time. Flygon here, we're actually running Lumberry Flygon this week. Dragon Dance, Outrage, Earthquake, U-Turn. After I get a Dragon Dance up, Outrage pretty much Oko's most of the stuff on his side of the field outside of like Aegislash, Lapras, and I mean not Aegislash, Doublade, Lapras, and probably Orbeetle. This is kind of like it scares Goodra away. The one thing is, like, if he just stays in on Goodra and he doesn't switch, and I try to D-Dance in the face of Goodra and he just stays in on Draco Meteors, that could be bad. But I don't feel like he's gonna do that. Another thing is, Flygon is very expendable this match. I don't really need Flygon that much to get the win. So if I do Outrage and I pick up a KO and then he goes into Grimmsnarl and he KOs me, that's not a big deal, honestly. Like, at that point, Flygon's kind of kind of done its job. Like I said, Flygon's pretty expendable this match, and we are running just enough speed to, I think it's outspeed. Let me see. Is it to outspeed maybe one of the Gorgeist forms? I don't really remember. It's to outspeed something. It outspeeds Rotom. It outspeeds Orbeetle. So yeah, I don't really remember. But like I said, it's pretty expendable. It's gonna outspeed most of the stuff, especially after a Dragon Dance. But then we have our Life Orb Aegislash here, and this is the thing that has been putting in the most work throughout my practice matches. It one-shots Rhyperior with Flash Cannon. It's gonna one-shot any Gorgeist. Nothing really has a good switch in on Shadow Ball. It one-shots Honedge. I'm trying to think. Grimmsnarl can switch in on the Shadow Ball, but you can see we have Steel Beam here, and that OHKO's G-Max Grimmsnarl. And if he wants to go for like a Sucker Punch or something, I'm probably going to King's Shield on this turn he brings it in, just kind of see what he wants to go for. Because if he does want a Sucker Punch, then I would rather be in my Shield form, because I feel like I can actually live that. But if he does just Gigantamax, then he's going to hit us through our shield. But at that point, he can Sucker Punch, so we're faster. At least we should be. If he's max speed, we speed side, but I feel like he's not going to be max speed, so I don't think I have to worry about that. I was debating on running Shadow Sneak, because if he does switch in Cinderace into Aegislash as Shadow Ball, then Shadow Sneak picks up that KO. But I felt like Flash Cannon was more valuable, just in case he feels like Rhyperior is a safe switch in into Aegislash. And the reason this actually OHKO's Rhyperior, even if it's Solid Rock, is because Rhyperior's special defense is just so low. So Flash Cannon is going to pick up that KO. And then here is actually another Pokemon that puts a huge amount of pressure on his team, and that's Braviary with Power Herb and Sheer Force. This thing does a ton of damage. This is pretty much my designated lead if I don't see Rotom, because I expect him to lead probably Orbeetle. And even if he doesn't lead Orbeetle, I can always U-turn out. He could lead Cinderace, but I'm not really that scared of Cinderace. He probably will U-turn himself, so I'll get some kind of momentum. If he does lead Orbeetle, he will frisk my Power Herb, so he could know that he's just faster and he could like set up sticky webs or something. But I'm just going to U-turn out of there and go straight into Aegislash at that point. That's what I've been doing. Even if he stays in, I'll go into Aegislash. If he switches out, then I'll go into something to counter what he switched into. But Power Herb Sky Attack with Sheer Force is going to OHKO max defense, max HP Orbeetle. And Brave Bird does a ton of damage to his whole team outside of like Rhyperior. I have Shadow Claw just in case he does want to set up with his Honedge and he gets like a couple Swords Dances up. At least at that point, he can't Shadow Sneak my Braviary, so I can just come in and Shadow Claw. And Shadow Claw does get a Sheer Force boost because it has a high critical chance ratio, so we're pretty much going to pick up that KO. And then lastly, another thing that puts, like, my team just puts so much pressure. Each one of my Pokemon put a lot of pressure on his team, and Sylveon, weirdly enough, does that. Sylveon here is 244 HP, max defense, 4 special attack, and I'm running 8 speed. That's just in case he is running 4 EVs on speed in his Grimmsnarl. We're going to outspeed him by 1. And then the rest, I just basically maxed out defense, put a little bit into special attack, and then I maxed out the rest into his HP. Protect, Wish, Hybrid Voice, Mystical Fire. Mystical Fire is to make sure I can actually just hit I can hit the Honedge if I want to. I can also lower Lapras' special attack. If he does want to bring Parasol Lapras though, then that's going to be a little annoying, but nothing we can't deal with. Hyper Voice is going to hit Conkeldurr. It's going to hit his Grimmsnarl. This thing completely walls G-Max Grimmsnarl. It can't do enough damage to me. Even in its G-Max form, it can't do enough damage to me to stop me from Wish-stalling it out and Hyper Voicing, so that's basically what I'm going to do there. And Conkeldurr can't really touch Sylveon unless it has Poison Jab, but we're going to knock it out with Hyper Voice before it knocks us out with Poison Jab. Like I said, Rhyperior even really doesn't want to take that much damage from Sylveon, just because its special defense is so low that the Rhyperior I fought against in practice, it actually 2-hit KO'd with Hyper Voice because the special defense is so low. If you don't know, Rhyperior's special defense is base 55, like it's super low. And then we have Mystical Fire again for the Orbeetle. That's kind of a good answer to the Orbeetle. And obviously we're going to hit the Goodra. We're not going to hit the Goodra like super really hard because Goodra's special defense is pretty high. That's why I went with Physical Lapras, because Goodra might be able to actually wall some G-Max resonances, especially if it's AV. So we went the Physical Lapras with Avalanche and max resonance that way because Goodra's defense is like really low. But yeah, that's basically the team. Like I said, you can probably tell I'm a little nervous for the match. My team has been reset by by Showdown a couple times, so I had to make sure that that is all right before I get into the match. But we are battling in about like 3 hours at this point, and I don't know, I kind of want to do more practice matches, but I feel like I don't need them. It's just kind of like make sure I kind of keep my head in the game at this point. But we made it to the semis, and you know, first draft league, that's pretty big, so I guess whatever happens and we shouldn't be upset. But I feel like we have a really good chance at winning this game, bar any hacks or some kind of crazy stuff that I have no idea that he's going to bring. But yeah, so I guess I'm going to jump in the battle and I'll catch you guys there. Alright guys, we are here in the battle, and he brought, I mean, I practiced pretty much against a bunch of different versions of his team, and he brought the Rotom, which I'm a little surprised about, but I think I still lead Braviary, probably. No, I think I'll lead Flygon. Yeah, I think I'll lead Flygon. Because if he does want to lead Rotom and Volt Switch, at least he can't Volt Switch, he has to Hard Switch at that point. So that's one good thing, and we are faster than Rotom. Like, Rotom is going to be 298, we're going to be, I don't remember, I know we're faster than 298 though. But, I'm a little bit nervous. What is he? He leads Orbeetle, okay. I figured he was going to lead Orbeetle. I'm just going to U-turn out, honestly. I'm going to U-turn out and probably go into Aegislash. If I can get a U-turn off before the, like, he might have U-turn, but I'm sure if he is, he's probably going to set up, like, Sticky Webs or Reflect or something like that. But we do get a U-turn off. Should I just go into Braviary here? Yeah, I think I'm going to go into Braviary, and he actually doesn't bring Hone Edge, which is surprising to me. He does go for the Sticky Web, but I'm going to U-turn again here. I'm not expecting him to stay in. I'm not expecting him to stay in at all. He does switch. He goes into the fan, so we do get the switch there. I think I'm gonna go into Gigalith here, and I'm gonna go for a Stealth Rock. Yeah, I think I go for a Stealth Rock. He could go into Rhyperior here, but I don't think he wants to go into Rhyperior. I don't think he's staying in either, so I'm not gonna worry about that at all. I'm just gonna get a Stealth Rock up here, and he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so that is, I mean, that's pretty much fine with me, really. I'm just gonna Stone Edge here at this point. We do have like a high crit ratio, so he's gonna Volt Switch here. He probably goes into the Rhyperior at this point. He does go into the Rhyperior. He does go into the Rhyperior at this point. So he could be like Rock Polish. He could be trying to get a Stealth Rocks right here. I am going to go. I'm gonna go into Lapras here. I don't think I want to go. I don't think I want an Explosion yet. I don't think I have to worry about the. He goes for the Ice Punch. Okay. So I'm actually gonna Dragon Dance here. He could go for like a Stone Edge or something, but I don't think he risked that. Like, does he risk that? Do I just need to just max here? I don't think I need to. I'm gonna Dragon Dance. I might get stingy. Like, it's kind of stingy, but I think I'm just gonna Dragon Dance. He does go for the. I knew he was gonna go for the Rock Wrecker. I had that feeling. That he was gonna go for a Rock Wrecker. But he does have to recharge now. So I'm just gonna go for the Flash Cannon here. We are gonna get rid of the Rhyperior. I had a feeling he was gonna have Rock Wrecker, and like I even called it out. I knew, like, I had a feeling he was gonna stay in. But at least that is gone. And like, what's his answer to this? Probably the Grimmsnarl. He's gonna be faster than Grimmsnarl because he got the Sticky Webs up, which is a little annoying. But I can always just go into Sylveon versus that Grimmsnarl. Sylveon doesn't really have a bad matchup against anything now because he didn't bring the He didn't bring the Hone Edge. And I don't think Grimmsnarl carries like Iron Head or anything. So we'll have to see here. The Ice Punch was kind of smart too, because he probably thought I was going into Flygon at that point. So he goes into the Cinderace. I'm going to kind of scout out what he's going to go for here. So I'm a King Shield. He could hide. Okay, he goes for the Powerball. He goes for the Powerball like he should. And I'm going to go into the Gigalith here. He goes for the Powerball again. That does a good amount of damage. I think he's did he take damage when he came in? Yeah, he definitely did. So I think that he is he's banded. So I'm gonna Explosion here. Whatever comes in is gonna take a good amount of damage. I am burned, so that's a little annoying, but let's see what he goes into. Probably the Conch if I had to guess anything. Yep, he goes into the Conch. That did nothing. Did not do a lot at all. But I'm going to go into Sylveon here. Is that going to be faster than Conkeldurr? I mean, it should be. He's not going to have anything to hit Aegislash actually, so I'm just going to go here. And I'm going to Flash Cannon. He shouldn't have anything that can hit Aegislash. Unless it's like high horsepower. But it looks like he's going to have to switch out. And does he switch into Cinderace though? Like, I think I just Shadow Ball here, honestly, because if he goes into Grimmsnarl, Grimmsnarl is the only thing I can't really hit with Shadow Ball. So yeah, that Rock Wrecker for him was definitely worth it. I should have maxed. I don't know how much that does to max though. But yeah, I definitely should have maxed. The Sticky Webs is kind of annoying. And I don't have Defog, so we'll see what he goes into here. Didn't want to go Sylveon because if I'm slower than Sylveon and he can, he goes for Earthquake. Oh my goodness. Alright, Braviary. It has to be Braviary at this point. Gonna Brave Bird. I didn't even know Conkeldurr got Earthquake. I thought it was just high horsepower. And I definitely thought that I was gonna be faster. I probably should have went into Braviary first. The Rock Wrecker took away a lot of my momentum. I don't know exactly how I come back from this. The Orbeetle does have some damage on it. The good thing is that Flygon and Braviary aren't affected by the Sticky Webs. So he does just sack off the Orbeetle. And he firsts my item, so he knows that I am Power Herb. If he goes into Rotom here, and I go into Flygon, I'm gonna have to do some good switching. I'm gonna have to make some smart switches here. Honestly, the Rock Wrecker and the Earthquake messed me up bad, and that burn really messed me up too because I should have done so much more damage to that Conkeldurr with that explosion. So, like, things are taking damage now when they come in. The Stealth Rocks is kind of pressuring him. It's going to take 25%. That's going to take 25%. He's asking me if I'm Sky Attack. Who knows? But yeah, well, if the Rotom comes in, okay, he goes Cinderace. He goes into Cinderace. I think that Flygon. I think Flygon is probably the safest bet here. He misses the Powerball. That's huge. That's huge. I'm actually going to U-turn out here. I don't think he stays in. Why would he stay in? He's not going to risk losing this. There's no way he'd risk losing this. If he switches here, we get some momentum that we need, and I want him to switch into Grimmsnarl. Because at that point, Sylveon can clean up. I really want him to switch into Grimmsnarl. I want him to predict me predicting, basically. Because I could just Outrage and pick up a KO on anything that's not Rotom at this point. Like, he can't stay in here. Even if he does stay in, he's gonna hit Flygon and not whatever I U-turn into. So that's good. He does switch out and he goes into the Rotom. He goes into the Rotom, which is not exactly what I wanted, but he's heavy duty boots too. So I'm gonna protect here and kind of. Do I protect? No, I think I just Hyper Voice. Or maybe I'll Wish. I'm gonna Wish. He probably doesn't want to make a switch into anything. But it would hurt if he Thunderbolts, or he Air Slashes and he flinches us, or he Thunderbolts and he paralyzes us. Because if we get paralyzed, we are playing the Para Flinch game against this thing all day long. But that Cinderace is taking another 25% when it comes in. He is pretty sure that's heavy duty boots. I don't think I ever hit the I didn't even look. Did I ever hit the Rotom? Or did he take that damage from switching in? Because if he took that damage from switching in, that's great. Because he's having a hard time. He could also have Defog. I think I'm just going to Hyper Voice. He might just Defog here, which would be great for me. Because then my Sylveon isn't slower than the Rotom. I think I'm just going to Hyper Voice and take whatever damage he does to me. Anything that's not Cinderace isn't actually doing that much damage to Sylveon. I'm max defense too. Like, once Rotom's gone, the rest of his Pokemon are all physical. And I know that he's scared. He's scared of my Sylveon versus Grimmsnarl. He's playing it like he is. I don't think his Grimmsnarl has anything that he can hit my Sylveon with. We're gonna have to make a comeback. That was big on that Rock Breaker play and the Earthquake play. I knew I had to worry about like a high horsepower, but one, I definitely didn't think he was gonna be faster. So he does Volt Switch here. We're gonna get a Hyper Voice off on something. So something is going down. Really, actually, something's going down. I'm glad I didn't Wish. I needed to put on this pressure with this Hyper Voice. We'll see how much it does to the Grimmsnarl. If he brings in Grimmsnarl, Cinderace is definitely going down to Hyper Voice plus Rocks. Yep. So we put on some pressure now. If he has Poison Jab, he has Mach Punch. He's got to be carrying Brick Break, Drain Punch. No, he had Earthquake. I would say he's got Mach Punch, Brick Break, Earthquake, Ice Punch. We saw all those moves. So we'll see. Sylveon's putting on a lot of pressure right here, even though we are at that minus speed. I don't think that he has a Poison or a Steel type move. The way he's thinking about this play, I don't think he has it on Conkeldurr. I really don't. And I don't think he has anything on Grimmsnarl either. The way he's playing this, he seems to not have anything to deal with Sylveon. And can he really deal with... Yeah, once Rotom's gone, he can't really deal with Braviary, honestly. So I need to get rid of that Rotom. I still can't Outrage super safely because he has Grimmsnarl on the field. And I don't think he has a lot of investment on his Rotom based off the Volt Switch damage. He could Throat Chop here, actually. I'm gonna Wish here. He does throat chop. I felt like he was going to. But I'm going to wish, and I'm just going to start mystical firing. He had the throat chop last time, which is why I felt like he was going to bring it this time. If the sticky webs weren't up, then we could actually deal. And he's life orb, so I can stall him out, honestly. I can wish stall him out if I want to. And I'm going to mystical fire. Just because whatever's coming in is going to take mystical fire damage plus rocks, and he does go for the bulk up here. So I'm get some kind of damage off with mystical fire at least. I'm gonna wish again. He might just he might bulk up again, but I'm gonna wish again. No, he goes for the max here. He's still not taking. Oh boy, what? That did that much damage? That really did that much damage? How did that do that much damage? I'm gonna try to protect, but he's gonna kill me through protect. He crit me. Gonna go for the sky attack here. Sheer force sky attack. We do hit it. It's not gonna be enough. But he is at least in his in this form. Flygon can make a comeback. I'm levitate, so outrage isn't actually debuffed to me since I am levitate. And Rotom and Conkeldurr, I don't think want to take a levitate. I mean, want to take a outrage, and I don't think this can take an earthquake. He does have a defense boost, but I don't think he can take earthquake. He can't. Okay, all right, Flygon, let's go. Let's go, Flygon. You got to bring this back. You have got to bring this back. He doesn't get Ice Beam or anything, does he? He might go for the. He's gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. I'm gonna outrage. Ooh, he takes it. He goes for the Air Slash. That doesn't look like it's gonna be enough though. We are Lumberry. Oh, we crit him. Oh my goodness, did we make this comeback? Did we make this comeback? Gonna go for the outrage again. I think he has to hope the outrage doesn't kill. I don't think Mach Punch is gonna take us out here. Oh, this is close. My heart is beating so fast. My heart is beating so fast. Does he even have Mach Punch? He could have Drain Punch, Brick Break, High Horsepower, I mean Earthquake, and Ice Beam. Mach Punch. Oh, we live! What are these close games? What are these close games? Oh my goodness, I don't think that was a roll. I think we just lived that. But yeah, dude, like, he brought the Rock Breaker. I was in the back of my mind, I was like, he's gonna Rock Breaker, he's gonna Stone Edge. And I was like, I just need to max here. I don't need to waste my time Dragon Dancing. And it's like, I don't need to waste my time Dragon Dancing. I should have maxed. Also, I should have known that he was carrying some kind of coverage for Aegislash on his Conkeldurr. I should have just went into Braviary that turn. I don't know. I gotta work on my nerves. Honestly, I was so nervous. It was kind of making my plays just, I don't know. I was playing nervously. But yeah, GG's to him. He definitely pushed me. I beat him pretty easy in the regular season, and in my practice matches, it was like I was doing great. I didn't ever face Rock Breaker. Sticky Webs, I faced one practice match, but in that practice match it didn't affect me that much, but it actually did affect me a good bit this time, meaning that my Lapras wasn't faster than the Rhyperior anyway, so I don't know how much that Rock Breaker did. Because to a Gigantamax Lapras, man, I am all over the place right now. But I mean, that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Like I said, I don't think that was a roll. He is saying he did miss that Powerball earlier in the game, which was a sad miss, honestly, because that means he picks up the Mach Punch. But hey, GG's to him. It is a bad way to go. But yeah, with that, guys, that's where I'm gonna leave you. I know I should be more excited than I am right now, but like my emotions are everywhere. I'm kind of thinking of the misplays and what made that game so close, and it was just a bunch of stuff I should have made, and I need to fix that before next week, because next week we're going to the finals. We are going to the finals, guys. First draft league ever, and we're going to the finals. But with that, guys, that is where I'm going to leave you. So if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.